If you're having a 1 hour ceremony at San Francisco City Hall with just one guest or no guests at all, just you and your officiant, I would lean into the grandness of the space and the experience. To the contrary, it won't feel awkward or empty or weird. It will actually feel private and intimate because having a grand space doesn't diminish intimacy. I've only photographed 2 private 1 hour ceremony rentals where there's been no guests. I'm not gonna lie, they were both quite a few years ago. So I'd probably have slightly different ideas how I would shoot and set things up, but generally I stand by how everything looked and was captured in these images. Having a private area, so this being the 4th floor north or the mayor's balcony, is such a luxury, not just because of the space itself, but because you get to keep other members of the public away. That is the real flex, the privacy, flexibility, and ability to have the space to yourself far away from curious onlookers. You also get to set your own schedule without the decidedly unromantic DMV-like check-in process for civil ceremonies, which incidentally takes around 25 to 30 minutes. So yes, your ceremony space will technically be empty as each space is set up how the couple requests. I would recommend the couple and the officiant standing in the same position that is usually used for bigger weddings, in the very middle, close to the railing or ledge. That way you'll get the best backdrop. Avoid the temptation to use a random corner of the space to somehow make things feel more intimate, because you'd miss out on the best backdrops and you'd be closer to the roped off edges of the space, which is where random other people will hang out. With just one guest, you'd have 0 chairs unless that guest is mobility impaired and needs to take a seat during the ceremony. They would likely stand and spectate the ceremony a few feet back so they can still hear, slightly off center to avoid blocking the photographer's position from the center spot. After the ceremony, take advantage of the space that you've booked. That's when you get to move around and explore light and backdrops for some posed and candid photos, including tearful just married moments, some private time, just the 2 of you to soak it all in, and some posed romantics in the booked area in lieu of formal groupings. You really don't need that much to retain that intimate feel.